This morning's Coffee with?
Is with rising young singer-songwriter Lindsey Webster. Lindsey, welcome to WJZ.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you here. Really, honestly is. You just looked at Lynn and I. You were kind of doing your hair,
Just kidding.
and you said this is as good as it gets.
Yes.
Well, you performed. Tell me, you performed last night in Bethesda.
Performed last night in Bethesda. Had a relatively late night. Had a very early morning yesterday too. So you know, this hairstyle is what happens when it's all crazy in the front. I just like spray it down, poof it up, and that's all that.
A shortcut.
That's as good as it gets. This is as good as it gets hair.
Is this a busy time of the year for you? Are the holidays? Forget Christmas music. Are the holidays a busy time of the year for you?
Yeah, for more reasons than just music too, because you know, it's families coming and going and just trying to get organized. And this year is particularly busy just because of all the new opportunities that we've gotten since the Billboard stuff happened. And we're going to Europe on Christmas Day. We're departing. Heading over to Germany. Yeah.
What are you doing in Europe? Shows in
we're going to Augsburg, which is a beautiful town that we're going to be playing at this very fancy hotel for New Year's Eve. We're also doing some other events around that particular festival. And then we're going to London to do 2 sold-out shows. And then we're heading to Belgium and Amsterdam.
Congratulations.
But it's interesting because you're on Sirius XM, their CJazz station, Watercolors.
Yes.
And a very good friend of the show and a real good personal friend of mine, Mesa Leak.
Oh yeah, she's so great.
Mesa is
She's from
awesome.
here.
But Mesa's,
Oh really?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Mesa's hometown girl.
she's
Yeah, I can't wait
Baltimore.
to meet her.
Great person.
Yeah.
So nice.
But she's always going over to Europe.
Yep.
It seems like unless you do the European circuit, you haven't made it in CJazz.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, they also have I don't know if it's a bigger market or a more appreciative market, but they just love jazz over there. Like, they're very receptive to it, so.
Wow.
You want to talk about your new album, Back to Your Heart? #1 on iTunes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Well, we have been recording it for about 1.5 years now. And we signed with Shawnee Entertainment for this album. We were previously unsigned to any real label. We did work with Rope-a-Dope Records, which is kind of more of like a distribution kind of situation for music and stuff. And you know, Shaunaki's been so great. They're really like getting it out to people, and we're getting, you know, like we're here thanks to Shawnee, like talking to you guys on television. And
By the way, we're going to do a web extra, so we'll be talking also online. I ask this question to everyone that comes. I've asked this to Al Jarreau, Mesa, Cyrus Chestnut, you name them. They've come in, I've asked it. When you are recording, laying down your tracks, are you standing in a studio or do you create a mood?
I always try to create a mood.
How?
I like it to be kind of like dim lighting. You know, just that's like the most important part, because I'm trying to get my best like vocal performance and really getting into a space where I don't know, I can just be comfortable. And so like I envision, you know, singing in like a smoky club or something, and I tried to just like get that, you know,
The vibe.
that vibe, yeah. And it's hard to do because you put the headphones on and your voice is right here, and it's not like, you know, if you sing in a room, it's like you have the space and the people around you. It's a little different than trying to get to that same place just when, you know, my husband Keith is like pressing record for me. And it, you know, it's hard to get into that space, but it does happen.
Very cool. If Carole King Sade had a kid, she would be Lindsey Webster. That's pretty big. I'm just here's the press stuff. I'm just sitting there reading it. That's pretty good.
Yes, I mean, it's quite a compliment. I mean, I love both of them very much. So.
Well, look at it this way. You'll get to do that live thing one day, because this honor and then the European stuff.
Yes.
And then you'll come back. You'll start doing the summertime, like the Capitol Jazz Fest.
Yeah.
Meriwether Post Pavilion, gigantic, out in L.A. And next thing you know, you'll be doing a live album. And there you'll have the atmosphere right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to
That
fake
kind
it.
of- Yeah, tell you what, our time's run short. We're going to take this online to CBSBaltimore.com. Hey, thanks for coming by.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
you
for
for
being
having me.
here.
It's
Good to see you.
it's the
Good to
Christmas
see you.
season, so you and your husband have a Merry Christmas and a
Yeah, you
Happy New
too.
Year, and have a great trip to Europe.
Yeah, safe travel.
Or as we say here in Baltimore, have a great trip to Europe.
Yep.
Europe.